So kind of want to get into like a little bit of advice section here, and I'll kind of keep this one a little bit brief, but I think this is a pretty good question for most people I've asked so far. Like, if someone is new who wants to try to get into this hobby, where do you think they should start at?
Oh, man, if they know someone who brews, ask them. Because I think they're like the person that's the local resource to them is going to be the most helpful. I have stewarded along a couple people
Oh,
who
nice.
have, you know, picked it up and kept going, and others who have, done a couple batches and been like, that was fun, and that's cool. But I think that's the good starting spot. And if you don't, there are so many good resources online, especially on YouTube, to get you started. I mean, we brought up Man Made Mead already. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if you're thinking about doing mead,
Mm-hmm.
what a great place to start. He has a 101, 102, 103, 104 series that goes through all the way from this is your first time hearing about mead and here's how you do it to here's, advanced mead making techniques,
Mm-hmm.
which is really fascinating. And if
Mm-hmm.
you go online, there are archives of stuff on YouTube that can really, get you started out in something really simple, even using stuff where like, you might have a 1 gallon jug lying around. You can order some dry malt or liquid malt extract online, as well as some hops and a packet of yeast and get going.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple process to do. And I think it's just take it at your own speed and um, don't get overwhelmed. That'd be my advice. And if you are teaching someone, don't like my instinct is always like, and I have to dial it back is push hard because like I want them to learn everything that I know and pass
Yeah.
this on and always trying to temper myself and the amount of information that they can take and that they can absorb before they ask for more or do require more information.
Right. So like when I had one guy come over once and kind of go through the whole process with it, and I told him I was going to treat him like a 5-year-old. And I said, if it's too low level, let me know and I'll kind of ramp it up a little bit. But I think he appreciated the 5-year-old level talk. Because like there's a lot of words that we use sometimes that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to people, right? So I'm drawing a blank on one off the top of my head. But like I said, I just kept it really, really elementary. Like we're taking water, we're going to take grain. And I do really get into what grains we're using, why I'm using these grains, what notes you're going to impart, and or smells you're going to get. It's like, I'm going to take this crushed grain, I'm going to put it into this bag, I'm going to steep it like tea, and we're going to sit here for an hour. And we're going to talk about other things because that's all we have to do right now. And then, they get to like the next step, right? Now we're going to turn this up to a boil, then don't even explain that process really well. There's okay, now we're going to add hops and kind of tell, okay, the hops are going to take this sugary, syrupy stuff that we just made and kind of knock that down a little bit. So I didn't go into like alpha acids or anything like that because
Yeah.
it's just a little too much, right? For some people. But I did have them smell everything. I had them taste the grains, had him taste the yeast a little bit as well too, just to kind of get an idea of what this yeast may impart into beer we're going to make. And it was a beer they already had before they liked the mine. So just
And
kind
but
of just all.
those steps that you're talking about, those are
Yeah.
the things that I think really can capture people.
Yeah.
Like, who hasn't been on a brewery tour back in the day when they did
Right. Yeah.
those?
There's not many
I don't know if they
anymore.
even do those anymore. But you would go and they'd say like, "Hey, here's grain," and they would, pull it out of a bag or they'd have it in a cup there, "Smell the grain. This is what we want, and here's the hops. Here's the flavor of the hops that we want to impart here." Those type of things, and it's like those sensory things that I think are really important that kind of people like get people interested and
Right.
attached and involved in these types of things. And yeah, I'm not when I was, stewarding people through the process, I was calling it oatmeal. I wasn't calling it the mash. I was just saying,
Okay.
"Hey,
Fair enough.
we're making oatmeal
Yeah.
because that's something tangible." I wasn't
Yeah.
saying Vorloff.
Oh
I was
gosh.
saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, we got yeah, we gotta." I'm actually just pulling water out of here and dumping back on top to make it so it clears up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all. It
Exactly.
makes the beer look prettier.
Yep. One